to share these 4 lessons that I have learned, which are huge ones. Seem small, but they were huge, costly mistakes while I was building one of my brands in 2024. So I have been in the e-commerce space over the past 5 years, and I'm here to share and document my journey as I build out Dueño Studios. Dueño Studios is a space for new and upcoming brand owners who are either tired of selling at pop-ups and you want to dominate the online space, or you want to learn how to sell digital products and you want to see me try and maybe fail at some so that maybe you don't do any of the mistakes that I make and you can learn 10 times faster and build your store or whatever you're doing in 2025 in terms of the online space. One of the first ones that I really felt was huge was I didn't have my SOPs set in place before I started my hiring process to actually have a team around me. Now, given my team is maybe under 5 people, a mix of part-time, I had full-time, and contractors as well too that I was working with throughout the whole year. So SOPs, your standards of operations in each role. So customer support, operations manager, printing manager, fulfillment team, your logistics, inventory manager, things like that I've had, graphic designer, oh my gosh, and social media, which was basically still my role. And I really wish that I just documented everything 3 years prior while I was, already doing those things, because it made it harder for me to actually delegate those tasks because I was still learning. Oh wait, actually I used to do this, and given I'm not perfect and I don't expect anyone else to be as well too, but I think the huge thing when you are hiring out, whether it be part-time or a contractor, even having a virtual assistant overseas, you really want to make sure that you are hiring something that you at least 95% know through and through, back of your hand, and you're not just hiring something that you have no idea about and you're just saying, here, have at it. Because at that point, you might as well just hire an agency or, hire someone that, hire an agency or hire a marketing team that basically you would pay thousands of dollars for in that month anyways. But that's another topic, right? If you really want to build everything in-house and have your own team, you have to create those SOPs or have those bi-weekly check-ins with your team members to make sure that, hey, you guys are on the same page, because I definitely was just go, and therefore, there was some things that I was lacking, and I take full responsibility as the owner of the business. And so this year, when rebuilding this brand and just recreating other companies as well too, I'm gonna make sure that these SOPs are there. So just being able to document the things that I'm doing right now and being able to maybe make a Loom video or make pre-recorded videos on Zoom or what have you, whatever works for you, just document those things day by day so that you're not, getting up to that point where you're like, oh shoot, which leads me to my next point too, is I burnt out really fast last year because we went extremely viral and I wasn't able to focus on my strengths. And at this point, I was really passionate about being able to be the creative director, have the marketing done fully by me, talk to the manufacturing team directly to them rather than having to go through different hoops to finally get the approval of, okay, let's go on with it. So I really feel that if you are able to have your SOPs in place, you can avoid your burnout and you can focus on what you're good at. You can eventually hire out the CEO department and just be the founder, or you can eventually hire out the shipping side, because that is something that you shouldn't even be focusing on year 4. I really had to hit that point, that wall of being like, oh shoot, I'm really tired right now, and it's because I never had direct SOPs created. And the next part as well too, this is super huge, is being okay with selling out and saying no to different opportunities, different brand opportunities. As a small business owner, you you end up wearing all these hats, right? And you end up feeling like at some point you are just everything from customer support to the logistics to the creative eye. And then you end up maybe getting little deals here and there from other platforms because they notice that you're sharing your founder story and things like that. And you start to realize, like, the one thing I used to really, really love was being behind customer support 24/7, and that soon enough turned into burnout after burnout because I was on my phone all the time trying to figure out where is this going and where is that, and so again, like, it's just a full circle moment for myself. And for any of you who are maybe like getting to this stage of the business is outgrowing me really fast and I don't know how to take control of it, take reins now and find the customers who maybe have been supporting you for a really long time and see if they want to be part of your team, or have someone like maybe your spouse help you around with certain things till you can get to that point feeling like, okay, I can hire this rollout and feel really confident in this other person doing it. Like, a big part of this as well too, which brings me to my last point, is don't focus on fixing anything that isn't broken. If you have 3 products, or you have 2 or maybe 1 specific product that is doing super, super well. For example, if someone is asking for like this blue hat, and you go off and do like a neon hat, and you do like a quantity of 100 of that yellow hat, and it obviously doesn't sell, but you keep pushing the yellow hat down your customers' throats, and it's not selling, but you're so emotionally invested into the yellow because you have a story behind it and blah, blah, blah. But realistically, at some point you have to look at the numbers and look at the data and say, okay, the blue hat is better. Let's just do maybe 1 slight variation of maybe changing the tab of the hat, or maybe doing a different font, or removing certain things, making this certain color as, the spring color, things like that. So again, going back to the main lesson here is just having your SOPs and being able to say no. Honestly, there's so many lessons that I feel I've learned in 2024 that I am not bringing into 2025. I know we're already halfway through January, which is crazy to me. So I'm gonna be rebuilding this brand in front of all of you, or as I go along, and also bringing light, and hopefully this reaches other brand owners who are struggling to maybe make a consistent 10K in 30 days, or their 10K in 30 days. This is also going to be for brand owners who are either just starting or feeling like, it's a rocky road going up and down on hitting certain sales revenue, and really maximizing your profit as well too. And that was a really huge eye-opener for me as well. And so much that goes into just your first year. And I wish that I had better systems in my first year, and even in year 3. So this is year 4 for us. We're going through a rebrand, and hopefully this rebrand pans out the way that I think it will. And if it doesn't, well, I have a set date on how long I'm gonna be doing this rebrand, or like testing this new idea, and that is basically the first quarter. Should that first quarter flop, then we're going into just a different idea. And so just being okay with things kind of just changing is something you have to be okay with as a brand owner. So let me know what the one lesson you've learned so far in this year alone, or in last year, and what you're gonna do this coming year. If you are looking for a community to help you build your brand and you feel overwhelmed, join Dueño Studios, as I'm going to be having weekly coaching calls. Within the first 30 days, we're going to be doing 2 coaching calls a week in a group setting, where we actually break down the foundations, your production, and all the way down into ads, and how do you expand within the 5-year time frame. So I'll see you